This is the first of 3 new help videos that we've done based on how we've fundamentally reorganized the climate web to make information easier to find and much faster to access. You have the Plex on your left, you have the notes field on your right, and you can always change the relative size if you want to. We organize a lot of information and content in the notes field, which is very easy to explore. And you also note that the home button is always available to you at the upper left of your screen. So you can return to this point at any time. Let's jump over to the background section, which comes off the home button. Here you can explore wicked problem issues, learn more about knowledge management, learn more about the brain software, learn more about the background to the climate web, and learn more about the authors of the climate web in terms of the climatographers. Now let's jump back over to home and the first doorway, use cases. As you can see here, we've structured content and structured information for a wide variety of use cases from, interested individuals, business decision support, teachers, journalists, and in each case, a lot of information is organized there on the right-hand side. So you can walk through and find the use case that is of most relevance to you. Let's jump back to home. We've provided here current news. So you can go into the stories and access recent information, sort of the last month's worth of news that we've added to the climate web. You can also click on the topics in the news tag, and this puts together divestment, climate insecurity, business policy advocacy. We've selected from the hundreds of news and opinion topical headings, and if you click on these, it'll open up into the full library of news for that topic. So it's a good way to dig into a topic if you want to, or just scan the content that we've just added to the climate web. If you have premium access, all you have to do is hover over each of these individual thoughts, and the news stories will open for you right there on the right-hand side. So this saves an enormous amount of time, and you can scan a great deal of information very easily. So I'm going to jump back to the home for a second and into instant deep dives. Again, like those news story collections, here we've organized about 50 of the key topics: ecosystem restoration, decision-making, energy sector, electric sector, deep dives. One of them is nature-based solutions. I'm just going to jump to nature-based solutions. And this is a typical view where you can go up to more general index entries, down into more detailed index entries, and jump to the literature collections or news and opinion or extracted materials. So it's just a quick way of getting to about 50 of the key topics of climate change that we've organized in the climate web. If we jump back to home, the climate chess doorway opens up into a discussion of the metaphor of climate chess, which you might find interesting. And if you go down to the bottom, you'll see that there's a link for the climate chess mini course, and that jumps you over to the climate chess mini course. And you can dig into that in a lot more detail to explore what we think is a key way of thinking about climate change and tackling climate change more effectively. That is the first video. The second video will explore the systems thinking, which is really the meat of the climate web. And you can really come up to speed on climate change through the way we've organized information here. And the third video will go through our rapid access to everything. And in that video, we'll have the content display there. Right now, it's private and hidden, but you can find out how we've made it possible to get to almost anything within just about 3 clicks and how you can take advantage of that. So take a look at the second and third videos, and you'll be well on your way to being up to speed on the new format of the climate web.